Alright, people, what's going on? Long time no see, but I'm back. And I am back with my thoughts on the whole Michael Jackson, Wade Robson, blase, blah. Dude, these guys just keep losing and like, the narrative doesn't change. You have Hollywood literally giving awards to a fake fucking film and calling it a documentary. How crazy is that? Dude, Sony got their fucking dicks so far up everyone in Hollywood's ass, over these fucking masters. Dude, like, I'm telling you, dude, like, Michael Jackson could have, he should have owned the game. These motherfuckers be hating on him, pulling shit. Imagine that, dude, right? Like, you're fucking crazy because you fucking grew up since childhood and you fucking were constantly dancing and, like, on Ed Sullivan and shit, and then you're fucking the biggest pop star ever, and you fucking told you're fucking ugly and this and that by your father and your family and fucking everyone, tabloids, and then you fucking... Then all of a sudden, like, you get secluded because you get nervous about, like, people taking pictures. And then all of a sudden, like, that fucking shit fucks with your head even more, The dude was fucking nuts. Let's go. Like, don't get me wrong. He was awesome dude. But he had what we call wacko tendencies. Yes, a lot of wacko tendencies. But at the same time, they aren't. Like, he liked to climb trees. So what? I mean, a lot of people like to climb. I personally don't climb trees, but I wish I did. I mean, who doesn't wish they could just go around climbing trees and shit? Like, that's the shit. When you got so much money, imagine having so much money, you're just like, yeah, I'm just gonna fucking climb trees today. Meanwhile, you're living on a fucking 20-acre fucking piece of land that's like, has giraffes and fucking shit, like fucking crazy shit. Dude was living in his own fucking world, his own fucking, Neverland, dude. It really was. That's nuts. But to say, like, he was inappropriate with, like, little boys and shit, I don't know, dude. Like, everybody always says, we do it for the kids. You gotta do it for the kids. You're doing it for the kids. Yeah, we're doing it for the kids. That's what we do it for. What would make you happier than having a place like that and seeing fucking hundreds of little kids that normally would never be doing something like this? Getting it, like, ride on that shit, like, fucking meeting Michael Jackson and shit. Like, think about that, dude. Like, think about, like, how, like, breathtaking that moment would be for those kids. Like, that's something they remember for the rest of their lives. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, Michael Jackson was fucking... The only thing he was crazy, in my opinion, was, like, his surgeries. Like, what the fuck? Dude. Like, yeah, you have vitiligo. So what, dude? But, like... I don't know, man. Like, he ruined his face, dude. Like, ruined it. But at the same time, it's his body, his life. People gotta stop judging what other people do, like, to what they want. I mean, dude, it's their own body. Let them do what they want. If they want to fuck it up, let them fuck it up. It is what it is, dude. No sweat off your, It's, you gotta just remember that. Like, people gotta stay in their own lanes and, like, stop worrying about... Everybody wants to control, dude. Like, just fucking COVID shit. What do you think it was, dude? A big control us. Shit. Like, this shit's crazy, dude. People don't understand. Like, the whole world got together. You don't think they could perpetuate a lie about Michael Jackson, even though they know it's not true, just to fucking sell tabloids? Because what sells more tabloids? Hey, they know it. They know it. Sex sells. Like, this isn't sex in that regard, but it's a sexy story. Oh, Michael Jackson's molesting little boys, blah, 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 blah. But in actuality, if you're there writing shit like, oh, Michael Jackson brings hundreds of kids every day to his fucking place, and they get to meet him, and they have a day away from, the day-to-day, and it's amazing. Like, why don't they, like, those stories, like, wouldn't sell, like, as much. They're not as juicy, Like, you might get your everyday readers, but like that, to get like the people that don't normally read your paper, you know, you probably gotta say something crazy on the front page, you know. If God forbid, I mean, like the sad thing is, I'm sure like a percentage of them are actually like correct, but the ones that are just proportionately like incorrect are like, I don't know. I don't even look at the fucking shit. Sorry, I couldn't even tell you. But I know that was a big part of Hollywood, especially in like the 80s and 90s, like the tabloids. Think about it. It was like before like computers were really in everybody's house yet. You know, like you had TV, still like, you know, just got cable and shit. You know, and next thing you know, fucking, you got Michael Jackson. Like literally, the only thing they could do back then is like get tabloids, get like teeny bopper fucking magazines. You know what I'm saying? So, dude, it's crazy. It's crazy what that guy went through, you know? And you got these people, like, even though he's dead, like, still trying to come after him for money. Like, Wade, like, chill out, bro. You were his key witness. These dudes, like, you gotta understand that, like normal, everyday people, like, don't say... Sorry, a cop just went by me, so I'm trying to be careful. Just give me a second. Oh, you got in front of me. Alright, still gotta be careful though. Alright. So yeah. I don't know. I just think it's kind of crazy. It's like these dudes like want us to think like, I don't know. Who do they think they're fooling with this bullshit? You know what I mean? Like, who do they think they're really fooling with this bullshit? I don't know. And they do. Actually, the sad part is they do. Or, you know, they're just perpetuating a lie. You know what I'm saying? Even more. It's the same. Like I said, dude, it's the same lie perpetuated by the media to destroy politicians, you know, of their pleasing. You know, and now they're just one giant socialist conglomerate anyways. So, I mean, whatever one says, they all fucking say. You know? Even Fox, bro. It's like they're owned, you know, by like a known Democrat. You know, his wife is like a known Democrat. Like, right? You shit about, you know, people and shit. So, like, you gotta understand, like, everything's political. Everything. You know? Even this Michael Jackson shit, you might not think it's political, but there's political shit to it. You know what I mean? Like, because there's so much money involved, you know? There's so much money involved. So, you know, everyone's trying to get their favor in from whatever senator they fucking greased palms with, or fucking congressman, congresswoman that they grease palms with, like, you know, so, I don't know. Anyways, I'm gonna get back on the road. That was just my thought. I'm checking in. I'm about to be doing a little bit of this. I just changed the name. It was time for me to get off that. I'm not even on that shit no more. I don't even watch TV, to be real with you. The only thing I really follow lately, to like a large extent, actually, like it takes up a lot of my free time, and it's like mostly on the road while I'm driving. Like, you know, I'll be listening to YouTube. Like, you know, I obviously can't watch it, but you know, I'll listen to it and shit. And oh, the dude got the same whip as me. So, I don't know. Yeah, so only thing I really be getting into is the drill scene, the trap and drill culture. Like, I've always really been into it, but like now I'm like really like, I've been taking a real interest in it. You know, I've been following a lot of people, listening to a lot of people cover a lot of stories. You know, if you want to get really into the drill culture, like know a lot of shit, go follow that dude, Truth Teller TV, bro. He's fucking awesome with that. But I'm sure y'all know that by now. If you into the drill shit, this motherfucker breaks everything down perfectly. So yeah, I mean, and you know, I've been reading up on the stories and shit. Like, you know, dude's actually got like verified shit, so that's cool. You know, I fuck with a lot of other shit. You know, I be watching a lot of like them prison shows and shit. You know, like, you know, just like riding around, like listening to shit, just listening to the stories and shit. Because me, myself, personally, I've never been to prison. because, you know, I've always kind of just been a law-abiding citizen, you know, I mean, yeah, I've always been a law-abiding citizen, you know, I got a legit business, like, I started, you know, I think I'm doing pretty good, you know, I had my falling offs in life, obviously, like everyone has their ups and downs, you know, but I'm fighting through it, man, one day at a time. And now, you know, I feel like I'm at a point where, you know, I just love life, man, and I'm very grateful to God for what he's given me. This is like true shit, you know. I'm very grateful to God. Like, he has blessed me beyond belief. Like, I know, like, they always say, like, white privilege, black, I think privilege comes from your parents. You know, what kind of household you grew up in. That's privilege to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I don't know. I just feel like, you know, I was lucky enough to have two parents that were there, you know, weird situation. You know, my parents lived in separate houses, but, like, we're still together. So it was just weird. Like, they weren't separated or nothing. They just fucking, my dad had a business down, like, you know, 40 miles away. When we moved up to, you know, basically, you know, the metro area of Boston, the North Shore, basically. So, you know, that was basically from the South Shore. I don't know, if you're not from Massachusetts, you ain't gonna know, but we moved from the South Shore to the North Shore, which is about, like, you know, 45-minute to 50-minute drive on the daily, you know, so, you know, with traffic and shit, you know, he didn't want, you know, he just built a fucking house, is what it is. We had a house on a fucking lake. I moved there when I got older for a couple of years, when I moved back from when I was living in Florida. I actually lived in Orlando for a couple of years, Winter Park, and that was kind of crazy. That was fun. That was fun, but bad at the same time for me, personally. Another setback. They could have, you know, the problem with me is, man, I always dibbled and dabbled too much. You know, you can't dibble and dabble, man. You gotta, and you can't go into it thinking you're gonna be a mover and a shaker if you're dibbling and dabbling in your shit, you know. So it is what it is, you know. I personally got out of that life just because that life never did anything good for me, you know. You know, you basically, you know, I'd be like scrounging up like $40 and shit. Like, think about that. Your life revolves around scrounging up money and shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I ain't about that life, man. I ain't about scrounging up anymore, man. I'm about having money all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, having money all the time. That's what I want to do. So, but at the same time, my network, I'm gonna switch it up because I really, really feel like this message should be getting out there about what's going on in these hoods across America and how we need to come together for a positive change, man. This shit, I know, like, people think like, oh, you know, I shouldn't be talking, but yo, we really need to get together for a change, man, and for the better, dude. Like, come together. Like, think about that. Y'all fighting each other when you should be, like, coming together, being one powerful unit that nobody can fuck with, and then you be fucking hustling. You be good. Like, dude, people gotta come together and stop beefing. There's no money in beef. There's no money in it. You just go to jail. Who wants to go to fucking jail and get stormtroopers ran up on you fucking every time you fucking steal a bar of soap or some shit? Like, think about that shit, bro. Like, you want the stormtroopers running up on you, like, because you can't settle some shit in the street? Like, because of pride, because of fucking shit? Like, yeah, alright, I know murder is tough, and I know when someone kills someone in your family, it hurts, and you want to get that shit back. But what would you rather have? A peace of mind and, like, peace. You know what I'm saying? Peace. Like, y'all live for, like, who want to live for the stress? You know? I don't understand why there's not more peaceful people in this world. Like, dude, we gotta come together. Come together. This is bullshit, you know? It's fighting amongst ourselves. Like, I'm white, I know, but like I think about it like that sometimes. It's like, you fight amongst yourselves, bro. Come together, become stronger. Like, it's like a fist, bro. You're like two parts of the hand, right? Y'all punching. Yeah, you punching each other, and it's alright. But then you come against like the Gestapo and shit, and you're fucked. Nah, I'm just kidding. We ain't like that. But at the same time, dude, they'll come at you like they've been watching you, and then all of a sudden they just jump on you like with 30 freaking people. Like, think about that shit. You want that shit happening to you, bro? Like, I don't know, bro. I just feel like it's time for, people to start coming together. All of us. Like, no separation. They try to separate, like, colors, genders. Like, why can't we just all, like, why can't people just be what they want to be? Let them be what they want to be. Who cares? Like, what's it to you? What's anything to you? What's anything someone else does to you? Now, as far as negotiating, like, payments of, like, like, there's different, like, they like, always do, like, insurance bullshit and, like, da-da-da, like, I don't know. I just feel like, the money ain't that long to be covering people for what they want to do with their lives. Like, I get medication, like, I'm borderline bipolar, or I was, so I get medication for it and shit, and it levels me out, I take mood stabilizers, like, it levels me out. Like, now, don't want to be on that shit forever? No, I want to wean myself off eventually, but for the time being, it works for me. My mom, like, even tells me, she's like, look, if you had, like, diabetes and they told you to take this medicine, would you take it? Of course. Of course, you got it. It's fucking diabetes, So, I don't know. I just think that, it's just like, it's like the war on drugs, for instance, right? That's an endless war, right? They're never gonna get all the drugs off the street ever. And do you want to live in a country where they can get all the drugs off the street? That's like fucking, they're up your ass. They on your ass. Fucking, if they getting all the drugs off the street, they fucking on your ass. But I mean, like I said, thank God I ain't about that no more, dude. Like, I ain't stressing it, bro. I'm living good. Have a son that I love. My parents, everybody, so it's like, I don't know, I just get along with everybody, so it's like, I don't feel like, but like I said, I was also blessed, and I understand, my privilege, not a white privilege, a family privilege, parental privilege. I was given privilege because of my parents and what they did, because they didn't have privilege. They had no privilege when they got here. My mother was getting made fun of by her teachers and shit, calling her a wasp, telling her to comb her hair and shit. Like, these fucking teachers, like, back then, imagine, like, think about that, like, how far teachers have come. They went from, like, slapping your wrists, nuns and shit, to, like, fucking the socialist rebellion. Like, y'all getting paid enough, so why don't you chill? Oh, wait, you're not. I'm sorry. But, dude, I know most teachers and, like, most teachers that I know have, like, side gigs and, like, you gotta do 2-3 things now to make money, man. You can't just have one hustle anymore. One hustle now and you're broke. You need at least 2 or 3 hustles, bro. At least 2 or 3 hustles. I mean, personally, I don't. I have one hustle at the moment, but my one hustle is good. But eventually, I'm gonna have to get off that and get on something else. Get on that. Something else, bro. Yo, I'm kind of high right now, so sorry about that. All right, so we're gonna be covering trap, drill, all that shit. Mostly Chicago, Jacksonville. I'm gonna get into y'all gotta listen to some Julio Fulio. Get on some of that shit. That shit's real. That's crazy. The amount of shot. Oof, Jacksonville's nuts. But yeah, man. So yeah, I'm gonna be talking about all that shit. Taking your comments, bringing them to me, and we'll get that going right now. Lou Sinatra, baby. Talk to you later, bro. Have a good one.